Good morning everyone, welcome back to my allotment diaries. My name is Emma, these are my allotment diaries and this is my allotment plot in South London. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and if you are a new viewer I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button and just follow my channel along and see my journey as I grow on my allotment plot this year. I've got Tom here again today and he is digging out the new potato bed at the back and putting all the weeds in the wheelbarrow, aren't you Tom?
Yeah.
And battling all the critters and the mud. I've got a few jobs to do today. It's such a beautiful day. All the tulips are out, the birds are singing, and the blossom on this giant tree that sort of sits over my plot is all coming out and it looks beautiful. Right, so my first job of the day is to fix this raspberry structure behind me, which went horrifically wrong last time and just started to fall down. Now I had quite a few comments from you guys telling me how to fix it. Some of the comments were about getting new pieces of wood and all this technical stuff, something about a T piece of wood, I don't know what that was, but one of the comments was, why don't you just wedge a piece of wood at the top and just wedge it in? And I thought, that is genius, that is up my street. So we're going to wedge a piece of wood in between them. Somebody said that might work and that was the comment I've decided to go to, so that's the comment I've decided to go with. So thank you very much, let's wedge a piece of wood in it. So the problem was that they were falling apart, weren't they? So if I wedge a piece of wood, also I brought some scissors, some more scissors from home. That's it. Where did I put that twine? Up there. You know what, I'm just going to have to start again with these structures, I think. Somebody did say that I won't need to worry about it this year because raspberries don't get very big in the first year. So I'm going to hold on to that and I think we're going to revisit this another time. I just can't mess with it anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. That bird. What is it? I think we'll call him the fire alarm bird. Sounds like fire alarm. Now you know that slugs and snails are becoming a little bit of a problem on my allotment plot. I say this every single year. I do everything that I can to reduce the slugs and snails on my allotment plot. You know that I do. I use straw, I use the natural pellets. There he is again. I've planted oregano, I have a pond, I've left the trees for the birds. I literally do everything that I can and they've still eaten quite a substantial amount of my crops already. We're only in April, bear that in mind. So I did buy something. I resorted to this a couple of years ago when my pumpkins are being absolutely ravaged by them, and it is the Richard Jackson slug and snail control natural slug pellets. So these are natural, so it is a slug killer, but it's sort of like, it's got natural stuff in it, not like artificial poison. So what happens is the slugs eat this, they die, they crawl away to a space underground or secluded and die so that birds and stuff can't find them. This is all the theory anyway. So they crawl into a secluded place and die, which stops birds from eating them, but I don't think it is harmful to birds. I'm pretty sure I read it online. It doesn't actually say that on here, but I did read online that it doesn't affect bigger animals that eat the slugs. And then anyway, because it's got natural stuff, it enriches your soil, so it ends up rotting down and turning into phosphate and iron, and they biodegrade and then they enrich your soil. Anyway, I have only ever resorted to this once, but I think I'm going to put a few down around my peas because I really want peas this year and I haven't been able to grow them for 4 years in a row because they're always eaten by slugs and snails, and I really want peas. So they're not going to go everywhere, they just go in there. And that's my explanation anyway. Oh, to be fair, they've all stayed alive. So good news, all the peas are alive. all looking quite healthy, all starting to cling on. Look, the sun's really clinging on. Fantastic. I do have the slugless pellets down, which do seem to be working fairly well, and then I've got the thorns down as well, so I'm going to put the pellets right around them there. Just going to be my final line of defence. I really want peas this year, and I'm not going to get complacent and think these are safe now, because they're not safe. They're not safe, guys. These slugs and snails will find a way to them, because they do. So we're going to whack just a few down. I am determined that this year is the year I finally get peas. Right, let's see how Tom's getting on with the potato bed. How's it going down here, Tom? He's doing a good job digging this out, aren't you? Yeah. It's got all the weeds out. Fantastic, this bed's looking so good. Let's see what the soil's like. I think it's going to be good, yeah, it's quite good. It's because it's had so much grass over it. Always seems to be good soil when it's had grass growing. Right, are you happy to continue digging this out? Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. Fantastic. Right, that keeps him busy for a little bit, so we've got another job to get on with, but I just wanted to show you down here. Do you remember that I sowed some rocket seeds out? They've germinated so quickly, literally within like 2 days. This is what I meant by rocket is so easy to grow. It just grows. That's it, you put it in and it grows. Just realised I actually put a label in for this, so I actually know what it is, but I remembered what it was anyway, so, but we do have a label. It's quite surprising for me. Yeah, look, this is our row of rocket. Then we have another row here, which has come up, and another row over there. I can also see some snail poo, but that's okay, because what we'll do is put down some slugless, I think, and try and protect them. See, personally, I wouldn't have thought that slugs and snails like rocket, because it's quite spicy. It's got like quite a spicy twang to it, but apparently they have a very well refined palate. Never underestimate a slug or a snail or what they'll eat. They would eat everything. Everything except weeds. Except weeds and grass. Got loads of that, and they don't eat that, so they don't like that. It's too common for them, you know, they have a refined palate. They need all the good stuff. Slugless down. I'm just going to put it on the rows in between, I think. That's it. So I'm down the back of my plot now to check on my dahlias. So I planted my dahlia tubers out in March, which is very, very early, I know. I've learned about my personal allotment plot and where I am, and I've just figured out that planting stuff out in March, actually it does survive most of the time, as long as I give it a bit of protection. But obviously don't copy. Like I say before, this is not a how-to channel, this is what I'm doing channel, and through 5 years of growing stuff here, I've just learned that putting dahlias out in March, they actually do grow, so why not whack them out? But this is the test, because now I'm going to figure out if it has grown or died. So this was the dahlia, and it was covered with this cloche. So what we're going to do is we're just going to have a bit of a dig around it and see if it's growing. Oh my god, it's growing! It's growing! It's growing! See that there? That is a dahlia leaf growing. That's a dahlia leaf. So we're poking it. I'm not supposed to poke it. I keep getting told off for poking it. Right, there you go. It is growing. The dahlia is alive. Right, that's that one, okay, but I did plant a couple next to it, and their little cloche things blew away, and I don't know where they are. Sort of lost them. Let's have a look. Right, it's here. It's here. Oh god, is it like? It feels quite hard still, and I think there's a little bit of life. Yeah, it's a little bit green. I think it's alive. You know what? We'll just leave it there. Sorry, mate. Right, so bearing in mind that the dahlias that I whacked out in March in the freezing cold and then lost all of the blooming tops for are alive, we're going to plant out some more now, and these will definitely live. Right, so I went to B&Q and I got this one, which is a decorative David Howard dahlia, looks very nice, orange. I got this one, which is a Sandra. What a funny name. Just Sandra made this one. Anyway, there we go. And then I've got this one, which is Seattle. It's like a yellow one. So we've got yellow, orange and pink, which is one of my favourite colour combinations. Yellow, pink and orange, like that. How lovely. So let's whack these out. Right, so the idea is we've got dahlias there. This bed here, I always try and grow stuff in and nothing ever grows. So we're going to stick in 3 dahlia plants here and see what happens. It's not the sunniest spot, but we never know. Let's just do it. Do you know which way it goes? So this bit here, yeah, this goes underground. That goes underground, and this bit here is the top. That's where the plant grows. Oh, so it goes in that way. That hole needs to be a little bit bigger. It's a bit bigger. It needs to fit him in perfectly. Okay. Yep. Right, now we cover him over.
Let's crumble these dirts up into actual dirt so they don't suffocate him.
Right, are you okay to plant the next one? The next one's over there.
Yep.
That's it. That's it. Breaking up soil to go around him and then tuck him up into bed. Lovely. Right, there we go, 3 more dahlias whacked in. I should have let you know that there was actually 2 tubers per pack, so I've got 3 growing at home in my home garden, but I've already got dahlias growing, so I thought let's just take them here, whack them out. So we've got 3 here, we've got 3 here which are alive, and then we've got all the cornflowers and poppies and stuff over there, which is going to be really nice. Does seem to be turning into a bit of a flower plot at the moment, but I'm all for that, that's fine. And the more flowers we get, the more pollinators we get. It's all good for the garden, so that's excellent news. Right, what have you found? There are water snails in there. You might be able to see a water snail if you look carefully. Don't fall in though.
No frogs. Okie dokie.
Right, so I'm just at the front of my plot here, and I wasn't going to do this today, but I'm looking at it now and I'm thinking it might be time to do it, and that is to earth up my early potatoes. I know you don't have to do this, but like I said before, I like doing it. It's fun, it's exciting. So these are what the early potatoes are looking like. This is the rocket variety. You can see they're really coming up now. Really strong plants as well, like they feel really robust. Like if I do that, they're not going to die, which is really good. I love potatoes, they're so easy to grow, but we're going to earth them up, which is just pulling some more compost over them. This won't hurt them, so you know, I don't think it will. I mean, maybe it will, I don't know. Am I hurting you guys? Right, there we go, we've earthed up our potatoes. So you saw what I did, I just pulled the mound over them, so just got a little bit sticking out the ground now, and they'll have to grow up a little bit more now if they want to survive. So you know, at least it's made them stronger, and you know, lured them out of a false sense of security, I suppose. It's good practice for my main crop potatoes anyway, even if they don't need doing. It does feel a bit weird, and I'm not sure if I've done it quite enough. I think with main crop, am I supposed to cover the entire leaves? Is it all the foliage that I cover? I can't remember, so let me know so that I know what to do right for my main crop. Do you cover the entire foliage, or do you just sort of mound them up a little bit with a little bit sticking out the top? But I quite like doing it. I like doing weird things in the garden. It's quite exciting. And yeah, there we go. They're all earthed up, whether they wanted to be or not. Right, that's it for me today in my allotment garden. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, do subscribe to my channel, and I will see you again next week. Have a lovely gardening weekend, everyone. Bye.